Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This is Gay and Over 40. I have zero budget for this YouTube channel, so I have to sing my own theme song. And it's not even like clever or catchy. What's this? I look like Helena Bonham Carter in any Tim Burton movie, or like Johnny Depp. I look like the barber of Seville. Not the barber of Seville. Who was he? The butcher of Seville? The butcher of Baker Street. The baker of Butcher Street. No. The barber of Fleet Street. The demon barber of Fleet Street. Something like that. All right. Yep, that's what I look like. Okay, this is Gay and Over 40. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Patrick. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now today we're going to be talking about traveling. Traveling in your 20s versus your 40s. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonates with you, because when I was in my 20s, for instance, I would not be very selective. I certainly wasn't selective on how I was going to get there. Because when you're in your 20s, I mean, unless you're a trust fund baby or something, usually you're just starting out in the world. You don't have a lot of money, right? So it's all about budgeting. Budget. So when you're in your 20s, you're always looking for a deal. You're looking for the budget. How can I get to where I want to go for the cheapest? The least amount of money. Now, when you're in your 40s, things have changed a little bit. You've done enough traveling to know better. You try to choose the right seat. You go for those. I remember in my 20s, I would always think, oh, who's going to pay for these extras and these upgrades and everything? Hello, people in their 40s. Because now that I'm in my 40s, I'm like, yeah, how much is it for the extra leg room? Oh yeah, how much is it to go into the VIP lounge? How much, like, you're willing to pay for those little extras that are going to make the journey easier on you, because let's face it, your body isn't a 20-year-old body anymore. So you've got the aches, the pains, the cramps, the stiffness, when you get in and out of chairs, you're like, huh, every time you get up. When I get out of cars, I'm like, huh. And when I was in my 20s, as I said, just happy to be there. So I didn't care if the hotel had children. I didn't even think about it. I never thought of who was staying at the hotel. You know, also stars. How many stars does it have? No, how much does it cost? Can I afford it? Okay. Now it's like, how many stars does it have? Is it adults only? Like if it's an all-inclusive resort, I want adults only because I'm there to relax. I don't need some kid screaming in my ear, you know, or splashing in the pool and making a scene. I don't want that. And you're looking at the amenities, you know, you're looking at the pool, you're looking what's in the minibar, what's the food situation, the restaurants that are included. All super important when you're in your 40s. One of the biggest differences from when you're in your 20s to your 40s, when you're in your 20s and you go traveling, you're good with like a jockstrap and a smile. You don't think about the things that you might need. You're more thinking about the things that you want to bring. Now, in my 40s, when you're traveling, is a totally different experience. You're like, ooh, I need my antacid medication. Oh, you know what? I need those little sugar tablets in case my blood sugar drops again, because that's really uncomfortable. Ooh, make sure to pack the preparation H. You have to bring a whole medicine cabinet of pills and powders. Ooh, I better bring my night cream. You know what? I think, what if it's dry in the hotel? I better bring my hand cream as well. So my toiletry bag, well, before, literally, it was like toothbrush, a comb, a big can of hairspray. Basically what happens when you're in your 40s, you start to become like Death Becomes Her. Best movie. You paint my ass, I'll paint yours. Like it's just about upkeep and just gluing things back together and just hoping things don't peel and fall off and fall apart in public. Oh, God, I'm laughing, but I'm crying inside. Another thing when you're in your 20s is that you travel so easily. Your body's younger and you're more adaptable, you're more malleable, you're more flexible, you recover quickly. So any kind of jet lag or anything, boo, you bounce right back. In your 40s, jet lag, I came back from Thailand. I was out for like a week. Like I was miserable. I felt like hungover, almost like I was coming off of like a meth binge or something. It just was terrible. Like I just felt like my whole world was gray, like black and white. In your 20s, boink, boink, no problem, bounce right back. Also in your 20s, I noticed when I was on like airplanes, it's cramped, it's noisy, it's a long journey, I would fall asleep. Get on the plane. Ooh, oh gosh, I'm kind of tired. Now, if I'm on an airplane, I'm so hyper aware of my surroundings, and every little thing bothers me. The sounds, the smells, the crampiness. I have an eye mask, so I put on my eye mask, I put in my earplugs, and and I take a pill. And you just try to drown out the world.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Gosh, wait. What's this microphone doing here? Where am I? What? Tom? What? This isn't Pat's and Chris? Well, it's the same set. What do you mean this isn't Pat's and Chris? This is the same background. How cheap are you guys that you can't splurge for a different set? What is this called? Gay and over 40? Do I look over Jill, do I look over 40? Oh my god. What do you mean Patrick has a different show? What? The contract... Oh, really? What, does that mean I can have my own show too? I didn't know that! Jill! Hey, Jill, we can have our own show. I know. We can have a different concept. Screw Patrick! He's a nightmare to work with. We can dump this dumb show. Maybe we can get a different background too. I mean, it's been the same plant for like a year now. I do like the wallpaper. Yeah, I do. We'll make our own set. We'll start our own show. Chris and Jill. Yeah, it'll be awesome. Okay, Tom, can we what? Oh, you guys are filming? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. So sorry. Oh, God. This is on. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Sorry. I'm in bed. Sorry, everyone. I didn't know you were rolling. Wait a minute. Then where's Patrick? The bathroom? While you're see what I mean? He's a nightmare. Oh, my God. All right. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'll see you. Yeah. Jill, let's do lunch. Jill.
One of the major... What's that, Tom? Chris? Well, we're not filming today. What do you... Chris was here? Well, what did he... Well, that's not very professional. What do you mean he made fun of the plant? I love that plant. I'm a nightmare? What do you mean they're doing it? Chris and Jill? That doesn't sound as good as Pat's and Chris. What are they even going to talk about? Well, that sounds ridiculous, Tom. Yeah, I know. No, I good. Let's just finish up, right? Okay. No, I'm a professional. Tom, we'll talk. I'm ready. Okay, yeah. No, just keep going. We'll just cut that part out. We're good. Okay. I think one of the biggest differences for me, now that I'm in my 40s versus my 20s with traveling, is that I used to have a lot of anxiety when it came to airports, specifically. Not bus terminals, not train stations, airports specifically. I guess it's the nature of the international travel, and I don't know why. And I'm not a confrontational person by nature, but for some reason I was choosing the moment of being at an airport to really pick battles. And talk about like the wrong time to try to pick your battle. I remember, this is back in the day, and then you would like be checking in at the kiosk, and I remember you check in and they'd ask for your gender, and it was male, female. And I used to get so angry. And I would even have conversations with people at the check-in counters and stuff like that, trying to like prove my point that like maybe I don't fall into what, but I do. I consider myself male. So I don't know why that was my fight to fight and why I chose an airport as the place to do it, because I'm only impeding my own travel. Because actually one time I didn't fill it out properly because I was like, no, you're not going to put me in one of your boxes. And then they sent me to the back of the line, and it was like another hour of me getting back to the same place in the line. So not the right time and not the right place to be taking a stand about something like that. Now I notice that they have changed it, well, at least here in Canada. I don't know how it is elsewhere. Another thing that I did in my 20s was that I remember this is when I was married before. Oh, they said you could fill out one thing per like family, right? So we were married. Okay, well, and then so we filled it out and we brought it to the front, and then she's like, oh, you're going to have to fill out 2 of these. And we're like, but we're married. And she, you know what they said to us? We don't recognize you. We don't recognize you. I'm sure it's still the same. This wasn't that long ago. We lost it. But of course, what happened? Back of the line, Patrick. And it took another hour before we got back up to the speed. Thank God we didn't miss our flight. And then there was this other time when I was traveling for Christmas and I had packed a couple of things in my carry-on. And one of them was this tube of my very favorite hand cream. So of course they're like, what's in here? Because I guess it's considered a liquid. So I'm like, well, it's my hand cream. It's a present to myself. And it was wrapped. That's the thing. He's like, can you unwrap it? I was like, so I lost it. So I opened it up and I was like, see? And he's like, you can't bring that. And I was like, fine, just keep it. I threw it at the security guy and I was like, do anything else you want me to unwrap? And he was like, are you sure you want to take that tone with me, sir? And I was like, oh my God, Patrick, like, it's so weird. These are the moments that I choose to be confrontational, but I blame the airports. They're so stressful and they really make it. Remember when you used to have to go up to the thing? Where are you going? Who are you going to see? How long are you going to be there? What do you do? Are you circumcised? Like, you had to answer a million different questions and you're like, just let me through. Just answering those questions made me feel like a criminal and made me feel like I was hiding something. Like, I actually felt guilty. Like, my heart was racing and I was a little bit sweaty because I was like, am I telling the truth? Wait, I'm not lying, am I? It just makes you second guess yourself. I just hate that. But that was in my 20s. Now, in my 40s, I will answer anything you want to do. I am the most compliant flyer. I do not want any problems. I am not there to cause a fight. I just want an easy ride. Let's get to our destination, A to B. Let's go. Oh my God. No. And then this other time, okay, this wasn't really my fault, but this shows you what kind of like weird headspace that I was in at the time. So me and my ex, we were flying from London to Toronto. The flight was delayed. Hours. It was delayed hours. So already you're like tired and frustrated and whatever. Okay. So finally it's ready to go. We all board on the plane. So he's here, I'm here, and then there's the aisle. And then there was a woman across the aisle, just directly from me. So I'm just trying to like, I just want to go home. But my ex sees that she is drinking champagne, which is weird because nobody came around asking if we wanted drinks or anything like that. He took a picture of her drinking the champagne. For what purpose? I don't know. To sell to the tabloids? Like, what are you going to do with that picture? Like, show the pilot? Look what's happening in the back. How did she get... Like, it was a stupid thing to do. I never understood it. But she saw that he took a picture. So she says, did you just take a picture of me? Keep in mind, this is happening over me. Did you just take a picture of me? No. I saw you take a picture of me. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, can you delete it? Well, no. How come you have a drink and we don't have a drink? Because I'm off duty, but I work for the airline. Oh, so you get a drink and I don't? She goes, beep, and she calls one of the people. I mean, she works for the airline. Of course, they're going to back her up, right? So they start ganging up on us, and I'm just sitting in the middle. So they're going back and forth like this. I put on my headphones like this, and I turn on the TV, and I'm just staring straight ahead at this tiny screen that's on the back of the chair. Sir, blah, blah. Fine, I'll erase it. Sir, okay, fine. Yeah, you've been warned, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. And then the woman's husband got involved too. So the whole thing, it felt like this crazy town was like spinning around me and I was just like, boop, just watching ahead. This shows you that I was in my 20s because I was like picking weird battles. The plane takes off. We get to a point in the flight where they start to serve dinner. Remember they serve food on airplanes and you didn't have to pay for it? My stomach is growling because I'm super hungry. And then they get to us right now and they're, oh, here, ma'am, chicken, pasta, beef. So then they lean over to me and they're like, what would you like, sir? And I was like, no, nothing for me. And they're like, are you sure? And I was like, no, thank you. And then I would go back to watching my movie. In my head, I was taking some kind of weird stand in defense of what had happened. Like saying, you guys ganged up on us. I'm not happy with it, and this is how I'm going to protest. I'm going to not eat your airplane food. But actually, I'm starving, so who's the one that's losing out here? Like, it's me. They don't care if I'm not eating their airplane food, Patrick. We're walking down the aisle, and then I guess it was sort of a last minute kind of like, sir, are you sure? This is the last chance. I'm going to take the food away. And then she turns around and she looks over at me like this, like this. And I look at her and I go like this, and I go, why? Like, as if her reaction is going to be like, oh, sir, good for you for standing up for yourself. You have really proved us all wrong by not eating the airplane food, even though you're starving. Points for you. Well, you obviously won that game. Checkmate, sir. You win. You have told us. Wow, I wouldn't want to go head to head with you, sir. So for the rest of the flight, and it's a long flight, starving, didn't have dinner. So anyway, that's something that I would have done in my 20s. Now that I'm in my 40s, God, everything costs money. If they were going to offer me a meal on a plane, I would gladly accept it. Please. So I guess the bottom line is in your 20s versus your 40s when you're traveling. When you're in your 20s, your standards are super low. You'll go anywhere, you'll do anything with anyone, and you're just happy to be there. In your 40s, My toiletries bag is 5 times as heavy, always looking for upgrades. I'm always looking for creature comforts. And I'm only in my 40s. I can't imagine what's gonna happen in my 50s, in my 60s, in my 70s. Well, this video has made me super nostalgic for traveling. I can't wait till the borders open up and we can all get back to traveling. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next episode of Gay and Over 40. Yeah.